Okay, so before we get into this video, I just want to say I couldn't find many Sidney Crosby clips from back in 2003 when he was like playing for Rimouski, but I'm just gonna throw in some of his jersey retirement clips from Pittsburgh's official YouTube. So that's why there's not gonna be many clips of him actually playing for Rimouski. And if you don't already know, I'm a little congested because I'm kind of sick, but yeah, let's get right into this. So today we're going to be talking about the true dominance of Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby absolutely had otherworldly numbers in the QMJHL, and we're going to be going over them today. So Sidney Crosby is one of the most dominant players we've ever seen play in the CHL, with tons of accolades, tons of points, just some crazy numbers that if you've never seen these before, you'll just, like, your mind is going to be absolutely blown. So during Sidney Crosby's rookie season in the QMJHL in 2003-2004, he put up 135 points in 59 games with 54 goals, 81 assists, just some crazy numbers that we've never seen before by most players in the QMJHL, and this guy was a rookie. But considering Sidney Crosby's pure dominance throughout his whole entire lifetime, it's honestly not surprising. Back when he played on the Dartmouth Subways, he put up 193 points in 74 games in 2001, 2002, so he was around 15, 14, around there. He was absolutely dominant there. And then he moved on to Shattuck St. Mary's 18U prep when he was only 15, 16, and he put up 162 points in 57 games. As a 15-year-old in a U18 league, he absolutely just dominated it, and he actually applied for exceptional status in the QMJHL, but they didn't accept him. Yet there's players nowadays only putting up like 50 more points than games that they played in, and they're getting exceptional status, no doubt. Sidney Crosby had to play in the U18 league and put up almost 3 points per game. Yet they still didn't accept his exceptional status request. But moving on, this in his 2003-2004 season with Rimouski / his rookie season, he played good in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, in 9 games he put up 16 points, which is the second round of the QMJHL playoffs, which means he lost in the second round, obviously, which is not as good as most players, but still nothing to be sad about type of thing. But now moving on to his second season, he put up 168 points in 62 games with 66 goals and 102 assists. These are numbers that nobody saw since Mario Lemieux in the CHL. These are just numbers that we've never seen before, and considering this guy was this dominant in the Q, it was a no-doubter when it came to the NHL draft. He obviously went first overall to the Pittsburgh Penguins, and well-deserved. We all know who Sidney Crosby is. He went on to have a crazy great career, and we all know why. But Sidney Crosby unfortunately never got a Memorial Cup or a QMJHL championship, which makes sense because the roster he was on was not strong in the slightest, but he just absolutely dominated and carried this team to the second round in year 1 and the third round in year 2, where he put up 31 points in 13 games, which is extremely impressive. You can tell, though, that he was carrying that team completely, and that's the reason why they made it that far. But moving on to accolades. So this is going to take me a little while to list off, but these are all the accolades he won. He won QMJHL Rookie of the Year, CHL Rookie of the Year. He was a one-time QMJHL All-Rookie team. He won 2 Most Valuable Players in the QMJHL, 2 CHL Player of the Years, 2 CHL top scorers. He was a 2-time QMJHL first All-Star team, 2-time QMJHL most points. He was 1-time QMJHL playoffs MVP. That was in his second year, obviously. And yeah, that's it. But those are some crazy, crazy accolades. In all the years he played in the Q, which was only 2, he won CHL Player of the Year twice. So in his rookie season in the QMJHL, he won CHL Player of the Year. So overall in this video, we've just talked about his pure dominance in juniors, and trust me, he was probably the most dominant player we've ever seen, and like in recent history, and one of the most NHL ready we've ever seen. And it's just crazy because he made the U20 roster when he was 16 for Team Canada, and he made the U20 roster the next year, obviously. He's won 1 World Junior Canada 20 gold medal and 1 World Junior Canada 20 silver medal. So he didn't do too bad in the World Juniors. But then in his first year in the NHL, he put up 102 points in 81 games. Arguably one of the most dominant rookie seasons we've ever seen in recent history, which obviously makes sense because everybody knew who Sidney Crosby was back in 2003. Even before that, everybody was watching this guy just dominate novice, dominate peewee, dominate midget. It was crazy. And then when he requested for exceptional status into the QMJHL, I think it's pretty obvious he should have got it. But like looking at it now, we can tell that the QMJHL wasn't too advanced, considering they barely even have any clips of Sidney Crosby back then. It makes sense to why he wasn't granted exceptional status. But now there's players like Sean Day and Joe Veleno who is getting exceptional status, which both are undeserving in my opinion. They both just threatened to go to the American development teams type of thing. And they're not bad players because they both made the NHL eventually. It's just they're not exceptional players. But I can see many shades of Sidney Crosby in players like Connor Bedard and Connor McDavid nowadays. And I really think Connor McDavid, obviously not as dominant in the WHL as Crosby was in the Q, but still, like, I just see Connor Bedard being slightly better than McDavid in his career and reaching the levels of Sidney Crosby. But going back on the point where I said he might not be as dominant in the W than Crosby was in the Q, that makes sense because nowadays those junior leagues are way more talented than they were back when Sidney Crosby played. Not being like saying Sidney Crosby's seasons weren't amazing. I still think he would have performed better than Connor Bedard nowadays, but that's only because I just think Sidney Crosby was more NHL ready. But yeah, that I've been rambling on and on and on. That's the end of the video. Make sure to like, sub, comment, and share with your friends. And sorry for not having the most clips and sounding a little weird, just congested. But Cider Central, signing off. See ya.